Let's talk Why Run Today and Growth Forge Studio. We launched Why Run Today. When did we film that? The first one. You went out with me and a skateboard. Yeah. You were on a skateboard and I was running on the trail.
2023.
Is that like the day you got back from Australia?
It might have been. It was so close after. Yeah, that was soon.
Let's talk about where it started from. So Why Run Today, I thought would be a cool way to just go interview runners, and I thought, let's tell some running stories and maybe make some YouTube videos and have fun, just able to play around with the camera and talk to cool people.
Yeah.
We didn't really do that.
Oh, none of it.
Well, we've talked to some cool people.
Yeah.
We've done like maybe 6
interviews. Yeah.
And then it was first going to be videos, and then it was a podcast, and then it was back to a video podcast. And
yeah.
Over 3 years with 6 interviews, we made all those shifts.
Yeah.
Okay. But this time, for real, I swear, for real, we're going to make Why Run Today something.
Yeah.
So we have goals. I've set 2 goals for us, Zach, this year. It's March next week.
Oh, gosh.
By the end of the year, 10,000 followers on Instagram, 10,000 followers on YouTube. That's our goal.
Yeah.
So we're for real. So we've developed a plan for this year, right? We have a couple of stories already in the works that we're going to tell.
Yep.
We are working on the social media actively now, creating reels, but we're using this also as a test bed for what Growth Forge Studio does.
Yeah.
And as a way for us to experiment stuff we wouldn't necessarily go do for client work.
Yeah.
We can play around with this. We want to try a weird camera angle.
Yeah.
We want to try a different kind of story.
Yep.
We want to test hooks for reels. We want to experiment with what happens if these 2 people add this to a story.
Yeah.
Or what happened, we can play around with all these things without worrying about it being client work.
Yeah.
Is a big part of it for us. But then the other part of it is Why Run Today is fun.
Yeah.
Right? We get to talk to cool people. We get to do interviews. We get to choose our story that we want to tell, and we get to do it our way.
Yeah.
Right? One of the stories we're doing is me.
Ding, 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 ding.
So let's talk a little bit, because for 2 reasons. One, this is an experiment. We're testing it. We want to prove we can do this.
Yeah.
So rather than going out and finding someone else and having expectations, right? And for timeline purposes, as we're exploring this, I can easily film myself. You can easily film me. We can work our schedules out versus having to go find a third party.
Yeah.
But again, that leads to its own challenges.
Yeah, it definitely does. And I think one of the challenges is it's actually, ironically, a lot easier to take a client or to take somebody else's story and hear about it, kind of pick out the parts that are really good, that would really connect with people, and edit it, and present that story really well. It's harder to do that for yourself, I imagine. And as I've made videos of myself and about myself as well, and it's just harder to figure out and filter out what I want to say, what's just a good part of the story, what do I need to let go of, and so it presents its own challenges from a storytelling perspective as well, that it's harder to tell your own story, actually.
Yeah. Yes. So from my perspective, looking at it, I filmed the interview to be the introduction video, right? And I filmed myself, so I lit myself.
Yeah.
I set up the camera. I sat down to talk to the camera, and no one else was around.
Yeah.
And you're in your own head trying to figure out how to tell it. I filmed that 5 times.
Yeah.
One of the hard things for me, and I imagine it's even harder for you, is this initial one, it's my vision.
Yeah.
But I'm the talent.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I have talent.
The
subject. Yeah, let's go subject.
Sure.
And so I have to share my vision with you. I have to figure out how to share the vision with you.
Yeah.
And then you're left behind the camera trying to figure out how to execute it and how to create this. So maybe you can talk about the challenge from your point of view of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for shoots, we did this long outdoor shoot of you running. You had these shots and a shot list and things that you wanted, and some of them were very like clear cut and attainable, and some of them required a lot more teamwork to kind of execute. Trying to execute your vision through my eye is just a very interesting process, because we're going to see it differently, we're going to hear it differently, we're going to want something different, or see an end product and be like, that was a really good shot, whereas you could say, well, that's not what I wanted. And so there's a lot of collaboration, which is one of the beautiful parts about this line of work, and also one of the hardest parts about this line of work is, as creatives, you can kind of just get in your own bubble in your own head about what you want and be so critical about the thing. But and so it's just an interesting process that I think we got to experiment a lot with on this shoot, and so it was fun, but it was also cold.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. One of the other challenges of this shoot was it's February in Minnesota.
Freezing.
So we were outside running for hours.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I think the actual running was only like 45 minutes, 60
maybe.
minutes for me.
Yeah.
But the shoot was a little over 2 hours in multiple locations.
Yeah.
And so the cold is definitely a challenge.
It was, yeah.
Because you guys are standing still. For me, I had to run for a while, and then I'd get sweaty, and then I'd have to stand around for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like the cold was a challenge, but also to put my vision together, we can't just have one day of running.
Yeah.
And so there's that was twofold challenges. One, in the shoot, like you only get this shoot once, right? Because you have the sunlight at this angle once. I mean, obviously there'll be other days.
Yeah.
But wearing these clothes in this situation at this time, we get one take, right? And so like there's one beautiful shot that I absolutely love that's not executed how I would do it if I saw it. Now you look back at it and say, if I could do that one, again, here's exactly how I would have executed this, which is what we'll learn. And that's the beauty of doing this first with us, like just being for us personally. Like we can go up to that same location at sunset again and get some of those shots again. And we need to plan some of that out. But
and that's something we've talked about as we've kind of grown just in our skill, is as we've gotten better at shooting and editing, we've gotten a lot more picky. And I think that's part of it. And I think that's how you have these really, esteemed directors and cinematographers who know exactly what they want. They see it exactly in their head, and they need one take. You know what I mean? Like that. It's just this process where like I know exactly what I want because I've gotten what I didn't want 100 times. And so you're right. I think this is a great way to kind of even flesh out a lot of client work. Is finding out what works for us, and in a place that we're kind of free to fail, and free to grow it however we can.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think on that same note, like us working as a team, this is super helpful for. Like I'm stepping back in a lot of ways because I have to be on the other side of the camera. This is the only time I want to do that for this channel. But we had to start somewhere. Right? But like I have to trust that you're going to get this shot, or that you have the vision that you can get this shot. I have to trust that you can execute this. I have to, and it also is helping me work on my communication too. Like, how do I tell you what I need, or what I'm looking for, and then trust you to execute it hopefully better than I even explained it,
Yeah.
right? Which a lot of times you do. So I appreciate that I can.
Yeah.
But it is that I think it will help that communication, and I think it has in our test shots already.
Yeah.
In what we've done. The other thing I'm interested to watch is just like, how does this channel grow?
Yeah.
What things do we execute that actually work?
Yeah.
And what things don't work?
Yeah.
You know, like early results of trying to grow, like to give an idea, we looked just before we sat down. So we have 30 followers on YouTube. We had, 124 followers on Instagram. We're talking small channel, right?
Yeah.
And so it'll be interesting to see like how can you grow this small channel and what do we experiment with and what do we have, and like early returns are showing us a few interesting things, and we'll share those as we see if they hold true.
Yeah, sure.
You know, what I'm seeing currently is real me talking seems to result in way more views and way more sustained views than overproduced.
Yeah.
Even though I like the really nice looking cinematography reels, they don't seem to have the same hold rate.
Yeah.
That just me standing there and saying, "No, this was a hard workout.
Yeah.
Here's what I did." Works way better.
Yeah.
Shocking, not necessarily shocking, because people want that personal, but
Yeah.
you are hearing about, cinematic is the new thing. Well, maybe it's so new it's not, or you need to have a certain channel size. It'll be interesting to see.
Well, for
as
the
we
channel's
grow.
niche as well, too, I think like, the idea of why I run today is following the stories of the mid-pack runner and the everyday person who wants to get better and wants to run and has a reason behind every time they go out to run. Maybe, something more attainable or something that they could see themselves in is going to be more authentic and connect with them. It's hard because I think right now the channel is obviously at its really early stages, so it's finding its niche. Yeah. And so it's hard to even collect data about like what the audience wants before there's much of an audience. Yeah. So it's, at this point it might really be about throwing darts, and some of them are going to be super cinematic and nice, and some of them are going to be iPhone videos and photo slideshows and just whatever, until kind of both the content find its niche and the subject find its niche.
Yeah, that reminds me of another thing that we need to pay attention to and not read too much into things, in that we haven't been consistent. Yeah. Until we're 3 weeks into testing this. Yeah. So we have not, the Instagram page has existed, the YouTube page has existed for 3+ years. Yeah. There was no consistency in the content or consistency in how often content was posted. Yeah. And so I do think that that's a huge portion of building your audience is consistency in message and timing. Yeah. I mean, not timing in that you post at the same time every day, but we are posting on average 3 to 4 days a week, or we are doing that over and over. It might take a year to do that before you have. So, I want everything to be perfect right now. Yeah. I don't know that it matters for a while. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Perfect. Nice. All right. Subscribe. Like, follow, and subscribe. Yeah. Hit that bell. There we go. What else do you say? Smash that like button. Smash that like button. It's the worst. I love that. All right. There we go.